Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Breakfast Spelunky show for the 31st of... the 31st of 2020. It's the 31st of 2020. It's the 31st of July. Months don't mean anything anymore to me. Everything's just fading into some, I don't know, amorphous mess. Interesting concept of time. I did not turn down the volume. Normally I do that before I switch to the screen. So let me do that now. My bad. Let's keep it here. Seems fine. Docky says, good morning all. I just got Anubis staff and tried to place it on the floor, accidentally triggering it, and I shot myself. Oh no. Oh man, the number of times I've shot myself with that thing by accident. Or like, you can always tell when someone's on edge when they start throwing ropes or like bombs without sticky glue. They just like accidentally press the bomb button instead of something else. Yeah, that'll happen to me all the time. Like, I don't know, it's just like somehow my brain switches it around. Unparalleled Dev, hey, Andy, hey, Bro Quaint, good morning. What happened this week? So I beat the Spelunky Daily 2 days ago and 4 days ago. And it felt great. Hey, Rodrigo. And I almost beat it today. I don't know. I had such good stuff, right? Like, I've mentioned this before. When you get to an early shop that has a jetpack and a freeze gun, there's no decision to be made. You pick up the freeze gun, you freeze the shopkeeper, jump on the shopkeeper's head, and then you have like the best loadout in the game super early on, right? But I don't know what happened. Yesterday, I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to beat it today. And then a spaceship, like in the ice caves, like a ship probably got hit by something like 2 screens above me, and it just came down and just hit me on the head. And I blew up. I was like, oh my God, that's... I can't feel... It looked... I didn't understand what was happening when it happened, because like, wait, what just happened? So I went back to the VOD and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. And today is something similarly dumb, right? Like I hadn't made it to the Moai head yet. I think I was on 3-2, died. It wasn't with the Moai head yet. Sometimes you die on that level and you get lucky. But whatever. It's still the best game ever made. It's still the best game ever made. I'll get to housekeeping later. Nick just posted the story, the link to the show from this week, which is amazing. It was Loot Rascals with Ricky Haggett, Jonathan Whiting, and special guest Tim Schafer, creative director and founder of Double Fine, because he's a big fan of the game. And Tim's as everyone probably knows, a very, very entertaining person. And we had a really good time. And the developers talked about the game a lot. It was fantastic. I'd never played Loot Rascals before. It's one of those things came out 2 years ago. I was probably busy with, I don't know what, something. Like, I'd love to say now helping my students write papers, but Rodrigo's in the chat and he's going to vehemently deny that because for good reasons. I was probably busy, I don't know, when was it? 2017. I was getting married in 2018. I don't know. I was probably traveling. Remember traveling? That thing we used to do? I wish I could travel. Traveling's fun. So yeah, it's been quite the week. Docky says really I hope Spelunky 2 has a full level replay and you can skim through and see what happened. Lots of potential. Yeah. Oh yeah, because right now, I mean, I've never talked to Derek about this, but I assume that they did like a very quick implementation of the replay on PS4, because on PS4 you can watch the replay, but you can only fast forward through it. You can't actually like fully scrub through it. And I wish there was an option to just scrub through the replay and like post clips and stuff like that. The way you'd like snip a thing on Twitch. Ooh. So I'm not good enough at whipping the shopkeeper, so I'm gonna keep on collecting. I mean, wait, I'm decent now at whipping the shopkeeper, but I'm not consistent enough to do it reliably. So this would just end immediately now with about 70% likelihood if I just go in there. Now I got 11,400, which gives me enough. So the question now is, do I get 2 packs with the glue? Yeah, yes I do. It's also not a decision, right? Because I need the glue. Like, yes, if I run into a spider next level, I'm gonna regret not having bought the 12 pack, because obviously better value. But the number of times I've lost because I didn't have the paste, and then I had to like improvise, and that can go all kinds of wrong. Which of course is hilarious, but uh-oh. That's not good. Where's the key? It's not here, of course it's not here. Okay. Well, the good news is I have... Oh, it's right there. That's fine. Right. Is this gonna work? I don't think it is. I think I'm gonna need a rope as well. Well, let's do this. No, it worked. Interesting. I guess I can. I guess I knew I can blow away 4. I guess I rarely blow away four blocks vertically. They're usually horizontal, but I guess that doesn't matter. Okay, let's get out of here. Doc says I bounced off Loot Rascals because everything was needlessly abstracted as cards, and it set off my aversion to cards. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. So the thing I can tell you is that happened to me too. Even though I like cards, I was like, oof, I don't want to play a card game in a spatial roguelike. Right, so I was like not into that idea. But the cards are so... they're so elegantly implemented that you can... If you can suspend your disbelief, if you can like turn off the fact that they're cards and just treat them like weird UI, like a stats UI that's not just sliders, because it has some cool stuff about the positioning of the cards, but that's not actually the feature. You can respec on a dime. Oh wait, there's spiky boots. Spiky boots, fantastic. I love spiky boots. I don't have to get that with a bomb because I'm gonna have the chromatic in a second. And you can respec because some of the cards are rotatable, and when you rotate them, they turn from like attack to defense. So you can respec your entire character in like almost. Oh, that was not great. I guess I'm gonna need a rope. I guess I'm gonna need 2 ropes if I want to get those spiky boots, right? Or I could just go up there and use a bomb. Nah, I'm gonna lower myself down here and then go back up. Sorry to make that look so cautious, but the number of times... Yeah, why are they cards? Well, I mean, I assume you might listen to the podcast, but I can also just quote-unquote spoil it. What did I just do that for? They had a phase, or Ricky had a phase, where he was playing a ton of board games, right? So it was just like, oh, I want to make this cards, and that's literally all it is. It's often these decisions aren't more complex. Like, we'd love sometimes to attribute more complexity to how the decision got made, but sometimes, mostly, very often, as simple as that, right? So there was nothing deeper behind it. But it works. I mean, again, it works really well. And you're not. So again, like we talked about at the show, when the first time you play it, you assume that you're gonna be spending all your time inside that what they call the HUD, right? Which is technically not. I didn't even think about that during the show, but it's technically not a HUD because it's not over. Heads-up display usually blends over the rest of the UI, right? So it's like it's a menu. It's straight up a menu. I'm so greedy. You go in, you move cards around, your stats change, that kind of stuff, right? But the dark levels, please. The game, it's fun. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it. Like, I have a tendency to like play the game for the show, and then maybe I get pretty far, but then after the show's over, I move on to something else. I might play it again. I think it's a very good roguelike. Like, and I did not know about it a whole lot before the show because... What am I doing here? Seems maybe unnecessarily risky for very little return. Yeah. Oh, and there's a spider up there. So yeah, it's a really solid game. mind if I take all of that? And there was a little bit of discussion about, you know, this came up a bunch of times. I'm always tempted to call it the Reagan-Burns conversation, but it's basically always the, does your roguelike have permanent upgrades or not, right? And how do you, if yes, how are you managing that external structure? Whoop. I thought there was one there. So this one, very, very lightly. Like you can send, I think, as far as I know, you can send a card back to yourself for a future game. And then there's a little bit of a Dark Soulsian holo, like characters, if their cards got stolen on their death, you can find them and then it asks you, do you want to give this card back? And you can be like, nah, I want it for myself. And if you do, then like a dark holo, that wasn't great. A dark holo of that character, I don't know if it always appears, but definitely appeared for me. And it was, man, I'm not paying attention. And it was very disturbing because in my case, it was Doug Wilson's holo. Who appeared and was like, you didn't give me my card. It was like a horror movie. You did not give me my card back. Now you have to die. And I did so promptly. Doc says, Terry Kavanaugh's a big fan of Loot Rascals, but he also has the brain to juggle Dicey Dungeons. Right. Yeah. I should have given Doug the card back, but I was like, I'm not giving... I need this. Like, it's often something like when you lose the game, a card gets stolen. It doesn't matter because all your cards go away anyway, but it does matter for the kinds of cards that that in the future will be offered up as, are you giving this card back? And it always, I mean, as far as I can tell, it always takes the best card, right? Or whatever is like the strongest card that has the best stats or something like that. So very often you want that card for yourself. Right, because you're playing a hard game, but there's a lot of cards in the game. And I guess Nick and Doug are very good at it. I turned out I was not very good at it. I got to World 3 out of 5. I guess I'll get there from down there. But yeah, highly recommended. I thought it was a super fun game. Has cute art. I like the art. It's interesting that it's hex-based, but you don't really, like, and it's discrete, the way you'd expect a hex-based game to be, but you run continuously, but you're moving, it's as if you were playing chess on a chessboard, and it doesn't really matter where you put the chess piece down, but you could put it anywhere on the block, right? Basically, imagine something like that. I'm on 2-1. I think I've looked everywhere here, and this does not have the black market. Yeah, it's a fun show to do. I'm not sure. I'm so tired these days so I don't know if we've announced what we're doing for our 50th episode. We definitely didn't announce it on the show, so I assume that we haven't really announced it yet, but it's something very special, as you can guess. And there's a lot coming down the pike for that specific show. Let's just jump here. Oh, interesting. Unparalleled says, Jim Shepard, meta progression in you was a great talk at Roguelike Celebration. I should look at that talk. I am not familiar with that talk. That sounds... I think I need a rope here. Because I think if I hack into there, I trigger a little fire dude. Do not want to trigger fire dude. Oh, that was close. I'm just nervous that I'm talking too much and that because of that, I'm going to accidentally miss. There's nothing in there I want. I'm accidentally going to miss the black market because I'm not looking enough. Ooh. Is that worth the hit? Nope, that's not worth the hit. What I could do... It's still going to fall on my head right if I do this. Not quite. Oh god! There we go. Stressful. And all this for 3 ropes. Good job. Oh, don't get hit by the boomerang. I'm gonna get hit by this, right? I'm not. Oh. Man, I'm slightly lucking out here, honestly. So what am I gonna do here? I'm afraid again that the black market could be over here. So I'm gonna. Well, I might as well get the pug while I'm here. Come here, buddy. Nope. See, there's a little piranha in there that it's hard to see. Oh, man. Uh-oh. 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 Do I... 16 bombs? Nope, not worth it. That was bad. I didn't feel like I wanted to get into a sticky situation with the ghost. Because, for long-time listeners, today I'm not feeling... I don't know why, but I'm definitely not... I'm a little bit exhausted from the last couple of weeks. I'm not feeling on my game. Like, I don't feel like I got this, right? Wait. Let's see if this is a safe... who knows? Let's do this. This. Was that good? That wasn't particularly smart, was it? Because I can't really... Good job, dude. Kind of a waste of a bomb, but I didn't want to. Again, I'm just being overly skittish about what I can and can't pull off right now. Well, I'm definitely going there to see what that is. That's right, it's bombs. Perfect. Wow. Okay. Oh, there we go. Just heard it. Okay, where is it? Farther down, right? Definitely didn't click up here. Yeah, it's farther down, so we don't have to bomb our way there. I think we can just go this way. Well, great. Sorry, no, I do have to bomb my way there. Well, it's definitely in here somewhere, so, right? Or is it at the... Yeah, it has to be in there, right? It can't be... Yeah, it's right there. Not great. Not the best of bombing. See? Now I'm gonna... Okay, there we go. Oh, thanks, Unparalleled. Unparalleled Dev linked it in the chat for those of you watching on Twitch or watching the VOD on Twitch. I tend to not paste all the links in the YouTube, but also it's viewed by 24. So I think if you type in Jim Shepard meta progression in YouTube, you'll probably find the video. Docky says I enjoy needless free movement and grid unit based games. To be honest, I normally feel it's a little bit janky, but they nailed it. It works really well. Doc says, I would breadcrumbs to see where I've been in a level. I could imagine a UX-style helper item being a nice thing as a meta progression. Yeah, I agree. Something that's like, well, I'm probably overthinking this, right? But like traditionally, famously, the UI in StarCraft, or even like the original StarCraft, is like hard to use. And they always said it's because it's, it's like, we don't give you a giant racket for tennis, we give you a small one, and that kind of an argument. So maybe you'd get better helpers for that. Docky says I've regretted silly chances with the ghost. My least satisfying deaths have been from the ghost. Yeah, it's like for me when I die on the ghost, it's because I misjumped, right? Or just because I'm like don't have my dexterity is just not where it used to be, or who knows, maybe it never was. Okay, so lately, nice. Lately, when I get to a shop like this, I just buy the shotgun and then just go to town, right? Because why not? In this case, it's a little bit not great because I have to definitely bomb some of the geometry away here in order for that to be a viable option. I have the glove? I don't. So let's bomb this away. Right. Now there is a... Okay, I think I'm hitting them both. The pug serves as a meat shield. So they can sometimes hide behind the pug, and then you shoot into the pug, and then they come right behind the pug, and that's it. I think this should be fine. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, I remember how I died today. I died, oh, like that! I died like that! No! 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 Ah! I rarely get this upset about deaths on the stream. So... Oh my god. I'm gonna end this because it's gonna just explode the whole time. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, okay, so much to say about this. A, I died just like that on my PS4 daily today. A little bit different. Like I had a whole... I was farther away. I didn't just go into the shop. But I was like, oh, there's no one there. Right? This time I went into the shop, which is just straight up boneheaded, right? Knowing that there's 48 bombs on the other end, right? I could have easily bombed my way through that. But no, impatient. I got... So, again, right? Not thinking. Brett was watching... Brett Duville, who's on this leaderboard, was watching my show this morning. I streamed for like 3 people, right? Because I don't comment on it. I just turn on Twitch stream on PS4, and it just like shares my screen. And I died. He died. I don't know if he died this way, but he's like, "Oh, I died on the shop key. I died on the. I bungled it in the shop." And she's like, so I was like, "Oh, cool. Thanks for letting me know." I had totally erased that from my memory. From like, I'm looking at a non-wearing watch from like 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. I'm like, ah. So that's why I'm a little bit upset at myself, right? Also, that was the run was solid again. I had no business being that careless. And on top of it, the last thing I'll say is I was in the shop just now for a really long time and wasn't shooting. I mean, maybe really long is like 3/4 of a second, but the second I get past the gap at the top of the shop, I have to be shooting the shotgun in order to make sure that I don't get hit. This time I just got hit. This morning at least it was a standoff. Like it still doesn't help me. Like I got the shopkeeper, but they still got me too. So, but anyway, this leaves us with 35 minutes to do shenanigans. I could play Loot Rascals. I could play Noita, although I do hear that I think Noita 1.0 Noita's coming out of early access. I think I don't know when, but relatively soon. And I think that's when I'd probably continue playing Noita. Or I could do Spelunky. Which is kind of what I'm leaning towards, because the day, like I have to get that sometime, right? Normally, I'm gonna wait 30 seconds to see if I get any other comments on the chat. Normally, I do this when Ix is around, right? Because Ix will be like, oh yeah, you should, here's what you, like, don't, like I watched a speedrun of Ix's the other day, and he was still like ledge grabbing and looking down. Right, which is not 0 time. You could just drop, right? But okay, Spelunky run says unparalleled, so let's do it. And yeah, Docky says I hate the shoulda coulda, especially in shops when there are a lot of options. Yeah, I mean, but that's sort of the nature of the game, right? What I meant specifically just now, if that's what you're referring to, is that 12 bombs in my hand and 48 in the shop. Right, and I also use the shotgun right in the beginning for the specific reason that I'm not using a lot of time bombing away the geometry on the right and then luring the shopkeepers out. So I have like 30 seconds extra. So I had more than enough time to just hang back and like make a nice open passageway to the innards of the shop and then like snipe them from afar. But I was like, sometimes my impatience, right, my lack of patience gets the better of me. I wish there was a way to get better at that. I try hard a lot, but that's just indicative of my personality. Okay, I picked that up because I can't whip dart traps. One of these days. terrible. Okay. Oh, Docky, I gotta queue that up. Docky says, I think you should try Mr. Drillo Drillland's Drindy Adventure. I need to queue that up. I need to, after this show, I'm gonna just queue it up so that the next time I get into a situation like this on the stream, I just, what am I doing? This is not a, well, do I have enough? I do not. I have no money. I guess it would help for, specifically for my type of speedrun, if I actually, nice. If I actually grabbed some money and bombs on the way. Mr. Driller has 2 proc-gen Spelunky-ish cool modes. Nice. See? I think it's this way. Yep, it's this way. Yep, the bomb already got... Dart trap got triggered. I could have seen that. Where are we? Time-wise, Mr. Let's see. Yep, that's how you do it. You just walk into snakes. Just walk into them. What bad could come of it? Death by 1,000. Paper cuts, paper cuts, paper cuts. Maybe not. Let's see. 2 health. Let's get some health. Can I buy that bomb bag? I think that's worth my time. Stone. Okay. So 30 seconds on average is too long. I think I need to be under 20. Because also then this happens. Yay! Oh, I didn't take that. I definitely need to bring this with me. Right, if you, whoop. Okay, I don't care about that now. I'll just grab this. Always get enough for the compass. Yeah. Doggy said I need the compass is another strong one to have. Right. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Oh great. Well, I'm not gonna wait to see if I can kill that thing because it's not worth it. What am I doing? There's no value to killing. Oh boy. How did I get hit by that? Docky says unparalleled. I recently finished Carol Blaster, a little run and gun game that's only 3 to 4 hours. Isn't Carol Blaster by Pixel? The creator of oh my god. I'm old, sorry everyone. I can't remember people's names, games names. Doesn't matter anymore. Cave Story. Creator of Cave Story. Oh no, what am I doing here? Oh, whatever. Is that the exit? Yes, it is. Pixel made Cave Story. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I only ever played it on my phone for a little bit. But I remember it feeling pretty fun to play on an iPhone, which I felt was impressive. Oh boy. I'm at 1 health, right? Yeah, how could this possibly end well? $337. Also, hey, Cobear. Hey, Tunnel Man, can you bring me a shotgun? Maybe. Also, why? Why? Here's a stupid... Oh, wait, I can actually just get that for free, right? Here's a stupid little request. I'd like Spelunky 2 to have cloud saves. Oh, man. No bombs, really? Okay, here comes the part where Docky's suggestion about always having... see? That's why. Always having... compass, right? Because if you don't, it's hard to find the exit. Yeah, I also never finished Cave. I have a couple of like glaring indie game gaps, which I don't feel. Don't get me wrong. I don't feel bad about it. It's just like I always wanted to find the time to play and finish Cave Story because every time I started it, nope. Yeah, I'm also surprised that didn't go south. 427, and I made it to the ice caves. Okay. And that was my first... Okay, it's all downhill from here, right? That was my first attempt for today. Oh. Death by 1,000 paper cuts is way worse in speedruns. Right, because I'm not going to stop to find, to get, etc., etc. Why did I go in that direction? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Oh boy. You know what? There we go. that had a bad begin. Okay. On the AAA side, because it turns out, as I learned from our last recording, I'm kind of the AAA games player in our group. Zach plays a lot of AAA too, but mostly multiplayer. And I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima right now, which I actually think is well executed. I can't... well, this is happening, right? Because why not? I can't... Now I just have to be careful. Man, okay. Now I just have to be careful that I don't accidentally give the shotgun to the tunnel man, right? Instead of just keeping it for myself. There. Hey Tripmo, evening everyone. Andy, did you get today's daily on PS4? I did, and I'll leave it at that for now. I'll wait to say more about that until you've completed it, because something tells... I don't want to give away where I died on both dailies, because it's a little bit too... It'll tell you a little bit. It's not spoilery. Oh boy. It's not so much spoilery in that it's just like... It's not even something that's like intrinsic to the level. I'm just bad at the game, right? Or just not cautious. Like I throw caution to the wind when I shouldn't at times. Oh, I want everything in there. Not everything, but definitely that. So, in case anyone's looking at this right now and thinks that I'm deliberately headbutting the shopkeeper, nothing could be further from the truth. I am definitely not doing that on purpose. Like, I wish I was, but somehow my timing is just... Because that's what I'm going to do and just get out of here. Right? Oh, that was a nice still. That was a nice still of the man trap eating the shopkeeper. Doc says, Cave Story took me a few times to get into, even when there weren't a million competing similar games. Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I played it for the first time, I think, when I just moved to Berlin, and when Derek put out, like, the indie games are super cool thing on, on that famous website that I'm blanking on right now again. On our indie haven of the time. And it was like his, I think I've mentioned this before, but I say that way too many times. I mentioned this before. I think that was number one. I don't think it was a ranked list per se, but I think that in that list, that was his top pick for, or it was number one on the list of like, take source, thanks on Parallel. The indie game source, right? But that was his number one. Like this is the game everyone should at least check out. Like that's how good. Oh no! Okay, I gotta be careful to not give the tall man the shotgun. Yeah, I mean, did you? Oh my god. Can I have a shotgun? You cannot. I'm sorry. I can't. I need it. Yeah, that was hilarious. That was so funny. Like, if you're... The algorithm for the shopkeeper jumping, I assume requires that you're more than one block higher than the shopkeeper. Oh, let's not get killed by that. Yeah, it assumes that you're one block higher than the shopkeeper, because if you're or 2 blocks. So if you're one block higher, then the shopkeeper will just run on the ground, right? And you can like just hover above the shopkeeper. It's pretty funny. Okay. Reminder to self, not going for Hell Run. Do not require anything that my brain now would normally just gravitate towards. Oh man, more juicy bombs. Yeah, okay, so how am I doing on time? I'm doing really good on time. Right, so I feel like what I have to do here is trigger the shopkeeper, get all this sweet stuff, and then get out, right? Okay. What a pro move. That was my weirdo whatever brain doing whatever kind of stuff. Right, I was not thinking there. I pieced that together basically once again after the fact, right? Let's get out of here. Okay. Is today the day? This is going pretty good, right? This is definitely the best I've ever done on Spelunky. Ooh. Ooh, I want that stuff. No, don't go for it. Okay, let's do this. Oh, I don't have the glue. Okay. Oh, sorry, buddy. You're gonna... Oh boy. I'm at 2... Oh boy, this is... Oh, and the... Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. Get the shotgun. Oh. I'm at 1 health. Oh boy. Let's not get crushed by that block. I need more health. I feel like I'm gonna... 1 health for me is not enough to do this, so I'm gonna... It looks like I got all the shopkeepers, right? Otherwise, the shopkeeper would still be going wild right now. Let's do that. And now I know that I'm gonna get followed by yours truly, but I'm gonna do this and this and this. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay. Wow. Are you actually kidding me? Okay. Let's be careful here. Where am I? 519. I also, it's not like I have infinity time for the speed run, right? So let's just open up the hole here. Get the hell out of here. Where am I? Plenty of bombs, right? But I also need to I've never, ever been to Olmec, right? I should just bomb my way to the bottom at this point, right? 48 bombs. I know where the bottom is. I keep on throwing. Yeah, that was probably unnecessary. But I also don't want to have a run-in with... Oh! Oh, no! Let's get out of here. 1 health. 1 frickin' health. Sorry that I'm so frustrated today. 11.42. I have more chances. Yeah, that one quick start. That should have been the run, right? That for sure should. I mean, man, shoulda, coulda. I'm sorry. I'm so down on myself today. Why am I down on myself? Oh, and now comes the good old classic of me thinking I still have all the goodies, and of course I have none of them. Oh boy, I have to bomb into here. Because now I'm thinking gear. Oh, no. Okay, that's nice. Gear is where it's at. Gear is where it is at. Wait, yeah, come on. I'm already 8 bombs. Wasn't great. It wasn't great, but okay. Okay, this is taking a gazillion years, but let's pick up the throwable. There we go. I feel like the earlier levels are going to take longer anyway. Okay, there's potential for glue, so let's consider that. It's not only consider. Well, that was not super smart. Is that going to work? I think it's going to work, yeah. That was not necessarily what I had in mind, but fine. Ah, shop on the right. Shop on the right, and I had a lot of money. Because 1-2. Oh, you shop in 1-2. Who doesn't know that? Me, turns out. I don't know it. Oh, no. Not again. Okay, so now I get this. Can't get that, let's get that. I guess that would have been a good moment to whip the shopkeeper as well. Or to at least attempt to whip at the shopkeeper. Ah. Definitely take a look in there. Ooh, shotgun. Nice. Unpal says my heart is palpitating from watching. Oh man, I don't need more heart. Mine also a little bit, and I really don't need more heart palpitations these days. Nor does anyone at all. This is the fun kind though. Like I'm like, okay, I'm not like under. Like if you put me up against someone in StarCraft or even in Magic, right, where I'm like, where there's hidden information and I'm not sure what's coming at me, it's way worse. Just doing a single player thing is way more fun. Daki says, thinking I have the gear and not having it equals trying exercise or technical tasks after a long break. That's a good analogy. Yeah, because you're like, oh no, my most annoying to myself and apt comparison concretely is I played a lot of tennis in high school, and I was never going to be amazing, but like I was pretty solid, I was pretty good. And then I took a break for college, and then like 2 years into college, someone's like, hey, we should play some tennis. You played a lot in high school, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'd love to get back into it. And man, oh boy, that was bad. Boy, oh boy, that was basically shooting tennis balls to the moon, the game. That's my memory of that game, right? Because I couldn't do anything anymore, but I thought I could do everything. And I was just like whacking balls all the way out of the court, over the fence, and I was like, why is this not working anymore? It was a nightmare. And then because of that, here I am, this like spoiled 21, 22-year-old, being like, well, I guess that's over. Like, well, that was a stupid thing to never go back to play tennis, which I loved so much, was a dumb idea. And I still every now and then think I'm gonna go play tennis again someday. But then there's always something else to do. I definitely get that pug, right? Yeah, let's get the pug. Get the pug. Spiky boots. Don't mind if I do. Okay. 11:47. Okay, so just so that I don't go over time too much, depending on how long this run is, although I should probably focus. Let's focus just for a second and see if that actually gives me a leg up. Got 7 ropes. I don't have the glue because that's not the run. So let's do this. Go over here, see if there's anything here we can buy for 5,000. Already got those. I'd like like that, but the mit's fine too. Gonna get this now. That's a little bit there. Right? That seems like the thing to do. Yeah, hey Tobias. Yes, this is Spelunky now. And I had my best ever Spelunky run. I had like every good, obviously a more skilled Spelunky player now would grab the teleporter. Let me tell you what happens if I play with the teleporter. I just teleport into the geometry. That's what happens. That's a big build up to the story. Daki says, "Oh no, I took a tennis break. Played a game with a friend after a few years break and couldn't hit a ball. I was 19. Yeah, it's like tennis. There are some skills that you like don't do for a couple of years, and you're like, well, there's no way I'm doing that ever again. And then you do it again, and you surprise yourself as to how good you still are at it. And there are skills like that. Like I actually think that, you know, people always say like, oh, it's like riding a bike. Riding a bike, I feel like if I don't ride a bike for a while, that's fine. Like I've ridden bikes so much in my life. Ooh, jetpack and freeze gun. Hey, buddy-o guy. There you go. Thanks. Thanks, man. It's really nice. There we go. Let's get out of here. Oh, that's it for shopping. So did you win the regular one? No, I did not. And I don't know if Tripmo is still here, but I literally died almost the same way on the PS4 daily and on the Steam daily. So both times I got overconfident in the black market and just dropped into a shop with a shotgun thinking that my draw is faster than that of the shopkeeper, than that of the perfect algorithm that just is like absolutely infallible. And both times that didn't work. One time on the PSN daily, at least, I got the shopkeeper as well, which does absolutely nothing for me for the game at all. But yeah, no, I didn't win the regular run. But I now again, where am I? 2-2 and 3-10. A little bit behind the times. So I can't do this. Like, I've been very generous with like just looking for stuff to pick up. Let's not do that anymore. I actually think I'm pretty decked out. Right? 5 health, 20 bombs, 7 ropes. Unparalleled says I've been playing a 90s PC game, Chandalar, an abandonware Magic the Gathering one-player RPG with proc-gen dungeons. There's a mod to put in all the sets of MTG and it makes it insane. Oh my god. So if I type in Chandalar, can you, if you want a link to it here, that would be helpful. But I will definitely remind me when I'm done with the run so I can get a browser tab open. Daki says 3D art is a mix of both things. Lots of success and failings despite doing it for 8 hours. 8 hours a day for a year, right? Yeah, tennis is very razor sharp, right? It's, well, razor sharp. Obviously there's nuance to everything, but you're trying to win in a game where you're hitting a ball in such a way that your opponent can't return it. Okay, no. Thanks, Unparalleled. Unparalleled says I got you covered. Perfect. Okay, so again, I would like some of the stuff in there, so let's do this. Oh, I'm right there too. Right? Gloves are never bad, I'd say, probably. 337, okay. Wow, I mean, okay. In both cases now, we got stupidly lucky that the perfect combination of items, right? The freeze gun and then this, the shotgun, were immediately available in the first shop. So Unparalleled says it's a cool way to learn the rules of Magic the Gathering. I learned the rules of Magic the Gathering by making a billion mistakes on Magic the Gathering Online. Uh-oh. Nope, that's another way I died. Let's see if, nope. Yeah, I played a bunch of MTGO about 5 years ago, six years ago almost. I started playing Magic 6 years ago. I haven't really played a whole lot of it in the last like last year, as maybe some of you know, which is also why we had Greg Bornstein from Riot on the show. I got pretty deep into teamfight tactics and auto chess before that. And so I was just like a big auto chess player. I just played a lot more, and I kind of fell off of Magic entirely. I started playing again recently on some. Okay, let's not. Oh boy, how do I do this? Let's do that. Right, 18 bombs. Why would I not do that? Shopkeeper's still here. Nope. Well, there's a shopkeeper still alive somewhere. I can hear the shopkeeper. So I'm just trying to like not die to something boneheaded now. If I die to the shopkeeper, that's different, right? Nope. Got it. Docky says tennis is a weird game with narrow area valid play and the worst scoring ever. Yeah, I never scoring. Yeah, 15 love, all that stuff. I never really gave it a whole lot of thought. I'll be perfectly honest. Like I never gave it a ton of like. I never looked at it from a design perspective to think, oh yeah, this is kind of not great. So let's not get hit by that. I just remember the masters of the game, like their ability to place a tennis ball in like a square of like 2 by 2 centimeters. I was always like, this is incredible, right? But yeah, man, I loved playing tennis as a teenager. Was such a treat. Like I was so much fun. I was never particularly good. Oh, let's not die to. Well, how do we best do this? I think the way we best do this is we drop through, do that. Right, this is taking way too much time, but also I don't want to die to that. Okay, not good. Time to throw a bunch of bombs. Where am I time-wise? 6:37. I don't think I'm gonna make Spelunky, right? Like even if I, where am I? Where am I even? Oh, here we are. I'm not gonna make it, right? It's 8 minutes, 7 minutes and 30. Because again, you're gonna realize really quick, I've never been in this situation. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to cascade bomb 3 bombs at a time. 1, 2, 3. And do this a couple of times. And then lure 1, 2, 3. Hopefully that's enough. It's not, right? It is. And then come on, buddy. Okay. You go in there. I go over here. Is that? Oh my god. I'm 7 minutes and 30. Did I do it? I did it! Yes! 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 Oh my god. Well, I guess I did that. Whew. That was, I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Okay, so now I know it's 8 minutes and not 7:30. Because wow, if it would have been 7:30, Spelunky is a road destination. GG. Thanks everyone. That feels good. That feels good to have this to finally have, like, after playing this game since it came out. At this point, 8 years. Not that I tried it a whole lot, but like the last couple of times when I died, I just spent the rest of the hour doing Spelunky. Oh man, there's something about when that happens, and you're just like, now all the adrenaline is rushing through my body, and it's like kind of comfortable, but also not. MTG Chandelar with all sets. Digital purpose. Oh, that's a pretty wild... Oh, okay. Okay. Let me copy this. I'll do that later. Yeah, we played it. We started playing Cube Draft on Xmage. Like, I have so much Magic stuff, cards online, MTGO online, Magic Arena, that I don't feel bad about. Like, I have no way of playing a Magic Draft Cube, like a Legacy Draft Cube, with a friend in New York any other way, right? So there's a client called Xmage where you can just like pick a cube and play sealed from it. And it's been around for a very long time, so I don't think they've received a cease and desist or something. I doubt they will, because I think they're a net positive for the community. Taki, oh my FGGGG. Got it. Wow, yeah, no, this was cool. What do I do? Thanks, Taki. I mean, it was gonna fall eventually. I just didn't expect it to be today, and I got really lucky, right? I had like 2 extremely solid seeds that had like the glorious ice gun and jetpack combo in the shop early on. But yeah, Docky, I don't know if you missed the last part, but like it took 7 minutes 30 seconds and like 329 thousandths, and I was worried that the Spelunky achievement was 7 minutes and 30 and not 8. So I was like, oh no, because it still counts time while the animation of walking out the door is happening. It's not the second you hit X or RB to go out the door. That would have been 729 600 or something like that. But turns out it doesn't matter. All logs run. That could be fun. That could be wild, right? I don't know what I'd do. I don't know. I'd probably put more time into something else. I'm actually gonna stop this right now because I am getting to the 12 o'clock mark. The reason being is that in totally selfish manner. Oh, all logs run. Docky, is when you yeah, it's called all log entries, right? So when you go to help and where is it? Stats, help and options. How to play settings. No, it's not in here. Where's the? Is it in? It's probably in player. It's in leaderboards. I can't believe how many times have I played this game. I don't know where the logbook is. It's not in player stats, right? No, it's not in player stats. Somewhere in the game, you can. It's probably you can. Maybe you can only look at achievements. Nope, that's gonna pop up the Steam achievements thing. That turns out is not part of what OBS is seeing. Yeah, there's a logbook that like basically every time you kill a new thing, it puts a logbook entry. I don't have all the logbook entries because some of them are weird. Like you have to go down into the water to see the giant piranha fish to see it in the logbook, or maybe you even have to kill it. I'm not even sure. No, what I want to say in 2 things in closing, because I am going to take off for the rest of the day. Play a game and press select or something. Yeah, I think you have to be in the game. Oh wait, if I do this, we're gonna get the ambient sounds. That's fine. So we recorded a show. I mentioned this at the top of the show. It's with Ricky Haggett and Jonathan Whiting and Tim Schafer, and actually I think no, it's not all 4 of us. Doug couldn't make it because we have a couple of people in Europe. There's a time zone problem there with finding the right time to record. Yeah, it was a fun talk about mostly Loot Rascals. Swedge, hi Swedge. Any Blazeball fans? I've heard today and yesterday and the day before it's been popping up a lot in my feed, and I think I need to check it out. I'm not yet, but I definitely want to spend some time maybe this afternoon. I don't know yet. I might do something else this afternoon. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, we recorded that show. I think it may be already up, right? Hawaiian Fridays forever. Yeah. I think it might already be up. I think Nick already tweeted about it on the Spelunky Twitter. So that show was really, really fun to do. I'll just leave it at that. listen to the show, it's on Apple Podcasts, Libsyn, Spotify, whatever, everywhere. And there's for sure a link in the Twitter. I think the go-to is always go to Twitter and see what's pinned and what's in the bio. And I released an EP on Monday. It actually finally happened. I can't believe I did this. I can't recommend doing it because mastering something turns out a whole other skill set, and listening to your own stuff for like 80 times till you get the master just right is annoying as hell. But it was super fun to do. I guess I'm a Bandcamp artist now. It feels good. I'm not dismissing myself. I think it feels good. I got some really encouraging feedback, and I guess one of the highlights was that Daniel Rosenfeld, C418 from Minecraft fame, gave me a nice thumbs up. Right, so that's cool. It's encouraging for other people whose work I've been admiring over the past decade to think that this is a good first effort. Right, so. Learn about baseball from Waypoint sounds neat, but I don't know baseball works and avoid everything with gambling. Does anyone have the Modern Magic the Gathering Chandelier mod that Jared is using? Search on Reddit. Okay. No real money involved in baseball, and still you do the Patreon. Congrats on the EP, Andy. Thanks, Unparalleled. So I'll definitely check out baseball. So my artist name is OCV, but I decided to keep my real name as the artist name on Bandcamp. So if you want to find it on Bandcamp, it's just nealon.bandcamp.com. And OCV is like the project name. I just find it's more, I like using my real name just in general. And I think it's okay to have project names and company names and different things like that for individual projects and somehow still be recognizable as a person. That's my take on it. And I just like doing that. It was a little bit of a struggle how to do it. But yeah, check it out. It's just a 5-track EP that was extremely fun to make, because the other thing I could do this afternoon is I found an amazing YouTube video of this musician, Patricia, whose name is Max Rabbits. He's a Moog product specialist, but also an artist from Asheville, North Carolina. Put up an amazing YouTube video of building up this crazy, extremely cool patch with literally all the hardware I have, right? So I'm going to maybe do some patch explorations this afternoon. We shall see. Daniel's good people. Yeah, Daniel is very good people. Very, very good people. Very kind and caring. So if you're not familiar with Daniel's work, go to c418.bandcamp.com. There's a lot of good stuff there. The last two albums, like one's actually a concept album that was for a GDC talk by Teddy Diefenbach, or Teddy Dief, as Teddy Dief goes by now. So just sorry, excuse the name change, the thing that I just fumbled. Teddy Dief, I forget the name of the secret project that Teddy Dief is working on. But it looks like Teddy Dief has put together an amazing team of people to work on this project. So I'm very happy to see what they're up to, right? I'm curious to see what they're up to. I sometimes don't like to be like, hey Teddy, what's up, right? Just like, nope. Whenever y'all are ready, that's when I'm gonna check out what you're working on. But there's a concept album from Daniel on c418.bandcamp.com that's from a GDC talk from Teddy, and it's amazing. It's an amazing album. But there's also a new one called Excursions that is also fantastic. Like kinds of compositions that I don't have the skill set to do at all. Because it sounds like basically taking a bunch of different things that maybe someone would make as a patch, but then they weave into each other as if they were all being played live. It's fantastic. I'll stop there. c418.bandcamp.com. And if you want to see, that's inspiration for me. Want to see my stuff, it's on nealon.bandcamp.com. I said to unlimited streams on the app because I didn't want people to be gated. You can just listen to it as many times as you want to. And if you think that it's worth your time, I priced it at $4. Mostly because when I was talking to a lot of my artist friends, the same thing that often comes up in indie games came up there as well, which is mostly saying that if you price it at 0, you're kind of devalue, like not devaluing other people's work, but it means you think it's not worth anything, right? So, which I don't think, right? I don't think it's not worth anything. It was a ton of work. Not expecting anything from people in terms of money, but it's just a nice thing, I think, to like have something else like that I deem worthy, that I feel like is a part of my profession. And I could go on and on and on. Doctor says Darren and I were in an FMV game made by Terry Kavanagh in 2010 or so at a Berlin TIG Jam. Is it part of Terry's body of work that you can get on itch? Because I know that, didn't Teddy put together like a whole package, like get all my games, like even the most obscure unreleased ones from the past? Like I think At a Distance is in there too, that 2-player figure out what your connection is, that was commissioned for NYU No Quarter forever ago. But I'll definitely, I'll check it out. But with that, I'm going to take a weekend and a week, and I hope you're all doing great. Hope we're all holding up in this time. As always, it's a pleasure to have you all around. For those of you watching later on the VOD, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming around. The main source where this is all coming from is still the Spelunky Show on Twitter, which is twitter.com/thespelunky-show. That's where you can that's probably like the hub for everything that you can find, whether it's our podcast or this stream or the archived YouTube stuff. That's all linked from there, I think. And exciting changes are coming in the very near future that you will probably learn about latest in 2 weeks. And at that point, you'll also see what our 50th show special is. And it's very special and very related. And I'll leave it at that. So have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful week. Be safe, be healthy. Wear a mask, please, so that I can get my family into the outdoors eventually again. That would be great. But yeah, I think we'll get there. Oh, Doc says it's on Congregate or something, probably there. Okay, probably findable. Okay, so be safe and healthy, everyone. I will sign off for now, and I will see you all hopefully next Friday at the same time. Bye. Oh, look, this is a better way to sign off. Bye. Click.